Hi, Cancer. All right, this is a reading for this week, the week ahead. I know that I'm struggling with the orientation here, so I don't know. I don't want to keep going off. So this is the live I'm doing for you, so it may be sideways. I'm sorry about that, Cancer. All right, Cancer, let's get into this and see what your themes are this week. All right, so hope and foundation and achievements. Those are your themes. All right, so maybe you're aiming for achievement, foundation. Maybe you want to build something. You have a lot of hope this week. You're staying optimistic as far as that goes. So, hope. So, I get you accomplishing a lot this week and staying optimistic about what you hope to achieve for something that you're building. Let's get into the reading for you, Cancer. What are the messages Cancer needs to hear for the week ahead? All right, so you have judgment in the reverse, and that's in your surroundings, in your environment. Something surrounding you could be a process, something is ongoing, unfinished business. So something is not finished yet. The judgment is still out. The jury is still out, is what I'm hearing. So unfinished business, you're in process of something. Now I feel like you're here with the Ten of Wands. You could feel like you have a lot of responsibilities this week, feeling obligated to everyone and everything, a lot on your plate. You could be trying to get many different responsibilities done and accomplished. Your challenge is achieving greatness, achieving long-term stability, commitment, loyalty, abundance with the King of Pentacles. And I feel like you're working really hard to improve your life, improve your finances, to maintain hope, to achieve greatness. In your strong position, work is looking really good. You could be working hard on your job, in your career. You could be ascending the ladder, getting promotions, being dedicated and committed to a position. So I see you hard at work, trying to achieve your best, but you may be feeling overwhelmed or like the process is endless. You may feel like you never get to where you really want to be, is what I'm hearing. So I feel like you could feel like someone around you is really worried, or there's worry in your environment. Like there could be the circumstances could make you feel worried, or someone around you could be extremely worried or have anxiety about something. It looks like you need to go deeper to find the truth. Your guidance is you don't really know everything. The outcome is not seen yet. The outcome is still unknown, or there's a lack of clarity. So embrace the fact that you can't know everything. You can't know the outcome completely. So maybe someone is trying to demand things of you, or they're worried about what you will be able to achieve or what you guys can accomplish. But I feel like, again, there are a lot of unknown factors. Spirit is saying you don't know everything. There are unknown factors, so maintain hope. During this process, don't feel like you have all the answers. Maybe somebody wants you to have all the answers. Maybe someone expects you to do everything, to accomplish the most. to create stability, to have abundance, to be committed. And I feel like you just don't know everything. There's uncertainty, and that uncertainty is okay. It's acceptable. Now, the outcome is the devil, Capricorn energy. You might feel like you're just driven to work so bloody hard that you're becoming a little bit toxic, or there's a toxic situation around you of pressure. You feel attached to the outcome or the expectations, and that could be becoming quite toxic. It might even drive you into some sort of temptation to go out drinking or indulge in toxic behaviors, lifestyle habits, because you feel under pressure. It could be by someone that is demanding you tell them the outcome or that you come up with a solution. And I feel like it could be driving you a little bit crazy because the process is ongoing and you just don't know yet. So, but there's a pressure and there's this attachment to expectations or someone pressuring you a lot. And again, I feel like it's turning toxic, but you're working so hard here with the 10 of Wands. You might feel burdened. Maybe you feel like people are putting way too much on your plate, and then they're expecting you to have all the answers, or they're expecting you to achieve the greatest, the most, but they're putting a lot on your plate. They're expecting a lot from you. What are the 10 of Wands here for Cancer? So the 7 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, just you feel driven to make good choices and to be very focused on a particular responsibility. You're clear about it. I feel like you know what you're doing. There's no illusions. You definitely have like reality in sight. Like you know exactly what you're doing, but it's just like maybe feeling like it's like you can handle the work. You can handle everything that's being put on your plate. It does feel like a burden. Maybe you even feel guilty about, the fact that you can handle it, so you don't want to let anyone down. All right, so you could be ultra like fixated on finishing work, doing work. Maybe you're working overtime or extra hours to get everything done, and you know you can do it. You're not getting distracted, you're not getting confused, but you do feel like it's a lot. I mean, your goal, it seems, or the challenge is to be in the King of Pentacles, make a lot of money, have a long-term security, or be very financially responsible and in control. What is the King of Pentacles as the challenge for Cancer? Yeah. Yeah, you might be like feeling like you'd rather be lazy. You'd rather sit around on the couch. It's like you're doing all that you can. Maybe you're working a lot of hours, and it's getting to the point where do you want to be the King of Pentacles or do you want to be a couch potato? It's like I feel like that's where you're kind of at. You're kind of getting exhausted, or to the point where it's like enough is enough. I'd rather just chill on the couch than do all of this work, because it's just a lot, and I feel like you're kind of at a crossroads. But you continue to work. That's in your strong point. Career and finance looking very good. You have an opportunity to put the work in, but it could be tempting to just say, I don't want to do anything, because you've been doing so much. So what is the 8 of Pentacles? And I'm sorry if this is like sideways. I tried to fix it, and I don't know. This is new to me, so I'm really trying to fix the orientation. But if it's sideways, just maybe you can move your phone or however you watch this. But I apologize if it's not perfect. I don't know. I've tried. If anybody knows like what I'm doing wrong, because I'm trying to figure it out. But I keep going live and then it's not right. So I just said, I'll just do it. So what is the 8 of Pentacles for Cancer in the Strength position? All right, so the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, it's like you're doing all the work. Like maybe it's not really fair. You feel like all the work is on your shoulders. I'm getting that story. What is it? The hen that makes the bread and nobody contributes. I forget the name. The red hen or something like that. Okay, so everybody wants from you to get all the work done. And when you're done, they want to take part in it, but they didn't really, they didn't do the work. You're doing all the work. So very imbalanced. Maybe you're doing all the work at your job or in a relationship. You're carrying all the demands. So what is this Nine of Swords? This isn't external. This is someone in your environment. Someone could be worried, stressed. Maybe they feel like you're not doing enough. What is the Nine of Swords? Or maybe you're having sleepless nights. Someone that Ten of Wands in reverse. You're worried that someone's worried that you're just going to give up, that you're just going to let go of the burdens, or someone's worried about the burdens that are put on you. Maybe they feel like you're under too much pressure. Someone's worried about the pressure that you're under. Maybe they've seen that you're tempted to just go rogue and be a couch potato. So they could be worried. This could be someone around you that's really worried that you're under too much pressure. They may be unloading on you also. Someone could be telling you all their problems, or they're trying to, unburden themselves onto you as well. So not only are you working really hard in your job, in your daily life, but maybe you also have someone around you that is kind of unloading on you. And that's creating more pressure or more worry. And you just don't know everything there is to know about how the outcome will be. What is the Ace of Swords? There's a lack of clarity as far as what you know. Yeah, so you want to be able to tell someone the truth. You want to be honest with whoever this is. If someone around you is pressuring you about the outcome, like, when are you going to accomplish this? When are you going, this could be someone that's nagging you, like, what's going to happen? When are you going to achieve these results? When are we going to go on this trip? When are we going to get married? When are we going to have a house? I feel like you could be under pressure for someone to, like, and you just don't know. There's like an unknowing. There's a lack of clarity. I feel like you want to be truthful, and I feel like you want to have clarity. But again, you don't have all the information that you need to have to tell this person, or to even to tell yourself, because you just keep working. You keep working toward the process. And again, you could be on the verge of giving up because of the pressure around you for people that are making demands. What is the Devil? The Knight of Cups in reverse. So I guess, I feel like there could be a relationship here where someone is putting pressure on someone, and it's like you're just emotionally just drained from it, and it's becoming toxic. You could be arguing, having fights, back and forth, and you're kind of withdrawing emotionally because of the pressure. So the outcome could be difficult. It could be toxic if you're not careful, because maybe you're overworking and it's affecting a relationship. Maybe you're working overtime at a job, and then maybe you're not doing enough at home, or someone is dealing with pressure as well, and they're dumping their problems onto you, and then they feel like you're not telling them the truth about everything. So it's just, I feel like there's a lot going on, and you're getting so caught up in all this work, all this pressure and demands and expectations, and not even being clear yourself, that now it's becoming arguments, becoming fights, it's becoming maybe emotional withdrawal. And I feel like your intentions are that you want to have foundation, you want to have achievements, you're working hard toward that, but with all the pressure, it's becoming this toxic situation. You have hope, and it's an ongoing process, but again, someone could be putting a horrible amount of pressure on you, that you feel emotionally withdrawn, or like you're attached to some kind of toxic situation where it's causing arguments, fighting. Someone's fearful, I feel. They're creating fear or worry in your life. What is the Judgment in reverse? It's the Judgment in reverse. Again, the process is going on and on. It's like a never-ending story where you want to have hope, you want to maintain faith, you want to keep working toward your goals, toward your dreams and accomplishments. But again, there's pressure, a lot of burdens, and you're getting caught up in this cycle of exhaustion, being overwhelmed, trying to meet other people's demands, and getting caught up in arguments about it. What is going on with this outside influence for Cancer? All right, so we have the King of Cups. There you are. So again, I feel like your intentions are true. You have good intentions. You have hope. You have faith. You're coming from a place of love. You're coming from a place of spiritual attainment where you want to have compassion and love for someone or something, or just in life in general. Your intentions are not bad. I mean, we have hope, we have the King of Cups, and we have foundation and accomplishment. And that's a beautiful energy. And I feel like you're coming from a place of hope, love, and you are working hard to achieve that. But there's these demands on you. And I feel like someone could also love you a lot. There's a lot of love here between you and someone. So even if there is demands, this devil energy is, I feel, just a toxic situation that is an outcome from overworking, not having the clarity about an outcome or when you will achieve some kind of desired result. And it's causing some kind of emotional withdrawal or manipulation. Someone could be very manipulative. So I'm getting just, you maintain this process. There's a lack of closure. It just keeps going on and on. Let me get more on this Judgment in reverse, this process. What is the Judgment in reverse? Okay. So the Queen of Wands. And there you are. I feel maybe you have fire in your chart or you're dealing with a fire sign, but I feel like this is about being dynamic, being creative, passionate about what you do, and having the confidence to continue to be courageous and authentic and work your magic and be just brave to continue the process with a passionate, creative mindset rather than, and to be proud of yourself, to be true to yourself, not to cower in the face of a process that feels never ending. You're not really grinding, you are liking your work. I feel you like what you do, but again, the pressure and the demands and possibly another person's expectations are turning you off in a way that you want to continue with this passionate process. You do have hope in the future and the outcome. And you have a deep love for whoever this is or this process itself. But again, there's a toxic situation around you. Maybe a person in your environment that's worried, that's stressed. They could be, this could be a feminine energy. Doesn't have to be. It could be just someone that has a lot of anxiety, stress, and worry, and they're bringing that to you. And that could be affecting your relationship in that regard. But I feel like you're strong, you're brave, you're courageous spiritually and emotionally. You're very mature, very emotionally mature to handle this. You may be talking to this person that you really don't know what the outcome will be. You don't have enough information right now, but you're planning to continue to work hard, to dream big. And it's just, you're ready to be honest with this. But again, the outcome is a little bit toxic because I feel like someone's pushing you to the brink of, being overly overbearing and over demanding. So let's get some advice and let's see what's the advice for Cancer. Soul power. Always remember, you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. So tap into your soul power, and I see that very strongly here with hope and with the King of Cups and with the Queen of Wands. So you're coming from a place that's powerful. You're coming from your soul. You know, you're putting in this hard work, but it's coming from the soul. And you have a choice. That, you know, the challenge is, do you become lazy? Do you become, you know, disheartened, feeling rejected, or reject the work? I feel like, no, you're coming from the soul. So you have this unlimited power, this unlimited soul power that is carrying you through the physical and the physical work as well. Okay, what kind of karma are you dealing with here this week, Cancer? Libra energy, relationships, balance, being aligned with your partner, and finding the beauty in relationships, the give and take, the back and forth. You're doing things with your partner and you may find there's resistance, and you need cooperation to perfect and balance the relationship. There are decisions that you're making together or that you're making about a relationship. And it's all about fairness and how you show fairness to your partner. And maybe you feel that there's a lot of demands on you from a partner. So try to strike a balance. Reciprocity is key. All right, let's see. What is the message from the crystal? Labradorite. So see the magic. So again, I feel like you're on the fence maybe about, am I working hard for this beautiful achievement that I see in the future, that I hope for, that I dream of, that's coming from my soul? Or am I going to give in to the dullness and the toxicity and the feeling of becoming disillusioned? No, see the magic. Even in, you know, because I feel like the outcome being the devil, it doesn't have to be. You choose the outcome. And you need to see the magic. Even if someone's worried around you, even if someone is unburdening themselves or, you know, unloading their worries onto you, I feel like you still need to see the magic in what you're doing, even if that person doesn't believe, or even if you don't have the truth or the information to convince them that what you're doing is right, that what you're doing is magical. Keep going is what I feel. What is the archetype for you this week, Cancer? What is the archetype? So autumn, release the old and rest. So I feel like it's the end of the summer. We're getting close to that. And, you know, by the autumn, there'll be more answers. You'll be able to rest. I feel like you've been working hard towards something. And as you work toward it, something toxic will be released. Old beliefs will be released, old ways of doing things, and you'll be able to rest. Okay, what does the moon have to say? A new romantic cycle begins. So new moon in Libra, and I'm getting that Libra energy again here. It is under the Libra card, so there will be balance. And I feel like there will be renewal in a relationship. This could be about relationship burnout, where the two of you have been working so hard, or one or both of you is feeling a lot of pressure in your work-life balance. Work-life love balance could be affected, and both of you could be feeling the strain of that. So, you know, by Libra season, I feel with the autumn, I feel like you're going to find relief and renewal in love. So this could be just, again, the process of working really hard, being under pressure, having a lot of demands. Don't let that drag you into emotional withdrawal, toxicity, arguments, laziness. Keep going, because by the autumn, by Libra season, there will be a new cycle. There will be a renewal. And you'll be able to achieve results, I feel. So let's get a sacred forest for you. What is the message for Cancer. Spirit Guardian of Spring. I'm going to take that. Even 2 came out. So activation. I guess we'll look at this one. We have Thicket of Thorns, uncertainty. So I feel like since the spring, you've been active toward a goal, toward working super hard, and yet now, like, you're in this thicket of thorns right now. You know, it's like you haven't. It's like, don't give up before the race is over. And I'm getting that. Like, you started out very active, very hopeful in the spring, and now you're in this thicket of thorns is what I'm getting. But let's take a look. Spirit Guardian of Spring, number 36. So the Spirit Guardian of Spring says, get ready, big changes are ahead. Things that have been incubating are now coming to life. A profound transformation is ahead. Take risks, keep going. Prepare for this time of upheaval, fluctuations, and renewal, and the end result will be glorious. So I feel like in the spring you started something, things have been very fluctuating, upheaval has been happening, you've been very busy doing a lot, and it just, you know, continue, keep going, keep the process going. The end result will be this foundation and achievement. It's going to be a glorious end result, but right now you're in this thicket of thorns is what I'm getting, number 43. The Spirit of the Thicket of Thorns says, timing is everything. Let go of the struggle. You will gain great rewards. So again, it's confirmation that you are doing the right thing. Continue to pursue your goals, dreams, and continue to work hard. But I feel like don't let the outcome doesn't have to be toxicity or being attached to negativity. The outcome can still be getting through this time, because it is about timing. And I feel like Libra season will be the time when things all come together and you will see the rewards. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Have a great time this week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next reading.